Black boys. I can't remember what the podcast is called right now, but I mean.
Oh, you talking about
it starts with a J.
Jamming? Or
This,
like that?
yes, yes,
yeah,
yes.
Yeah, they're from Chicago, I think.
I love them.
Mm-hmm.
I love them because it's just, they take men and brosphere and red.
Yes, indeed. Melyssa Ford wants all the smoke, as I mentioned to you all yesterday. The third season of Melyssa Ford's podcast, Hot and Bothered, has officially begun. She's coming out strong in this first episode, and I won't lie to you guys. Mel said 2 days ago that Charlemagne would be her first visitor. Please be sure you watch the video if you didn't see it yesterday. The episode has now officially been released. You may see it on her YouTube site or on Spotify. They discussed Charlemagne's ascent in the media and how he moved from being a shock jock to becoming one of the most prominent and influential figures in podcasting. They also discussed how to create a media empire. You all know that if Mel hadn't made fun of her previous employer, the first podcast episode wouldn't have been so intense. At first, everyone thought Charlemagne would take the shots, but Mel was actually the one doing so in this episode. Melyssa Ford essentially called out her former co-host on the Budden podcast for being a misogynistic woman when Charlemagne and Melyssa were discussing red pill content and the manosphere. This is what she stated.
Black boys. I can't remember what the podcast is called right now, but I mean.
Oh, you talking about
it starts with a J.
Jamming? Or
this,
like that?
yes, yes,
yeah,
yes.
Yeah, they're from Chicago, I think.
I love them.
Mm-hmm.
I love them because it's just, they take men and brosphere and red pillars to task. And their rhetoric is so respectful towards women, and they just have so much common sense for being so young. So I follow them. I follow Deontay Kyle. I definitely have an algorithm full of men that are, that are allies to women. But I will also find myself in the comment section of certain things, and it's just. It's very polarizing, and it pulls you. And especially, I've had my own experiences of being around a certain type of a certain group of men who exhibit groupthink, and that groupthink tends to lean very misogynistically. So it has an effect on you, as somebody who's just kind of like absorbing it. Simply just because I'm a woman and I'm the woman in the room kind of thing. It's just.
I listen, are there fuck boys out here? Yes, but I still believe in the circle of trust of humans. And I believe that the shooting percentage when it comes to the circle of trust of humans is still very, very high in spite of all the bullshit. And what do I mean by that? We wake up every day, every single one of us, and we trust that we not gonna go crazy. I don't know none of these people in this room. But one of these motherfuckers could go crazy and fuck up the whole day for everybody. You could go to freaking Dunkin' Donuts and order a coffee, and it's that one person in the back who might decide, I'm gonna put some fucking,
arsenic.
fentanyl or arson in her shit. Or you might get in the car with the Uber driver and that person decided to run off the road. My point is, we don't think about that type of stuff. You don't go into Dunkin' Donuts and think somebody's gonna put arson into your fucking drink. You don't order the Uber and jump in the car and think this person's gonna run me off the highway. You don't walk in rooms with perfect strangers and be like, okay, who's gonna be the person that shoots this shit up? So there's a circle of trust that exists amongst humans. And in spite of all of the bullshit, we do pretty good at making sure that all of us are safe and protected. So I can't base everything off, just the bullshit. Now, do I, raise my daughters with that mentality? Yes, but I also let them know to be aware. Just like right now, I'm aware. I wouldn't walk in here with my own shooter if I wasn't aware. You know what I'm saying?
Now, first of all, props to Charlemagne for...
First of all, congratulations to Charlemagne for resisting Melyssa's simple trap. Charlemagne would have finished the illustrious alley-oop there if this had happened 5 years ago. Charlemagne might have easily said, well, tell me more about these women-hating misogynists that you used to work with, Melyssa. However, Charlemagne went straight past it. Let's be truthful now. This, in my opinion, is one of the reasons why many guys disliked Melyssa Ford on the show. Many believed that Mel was reluctant to accept responsibility for her remarks against men. Furthermore, she consistently perceived herself as a victim on the show. The males on the podcast are not misogynistic just because they disagree with what you're expressing on a particular subject. The majority of the time, we witness arguments between Mel and Ish, Mel and Joe, or Mel and almost everyone up there. It was a gender-related topic 9 times out of 10. This is all from her point of view. But if you guys listen to the podcast, Ish, Joe, and Ice, they don't think of themselves as anything like a red pill show. What happened behind the scenes at the Joe Budden podcast is unknown to us. We only see what they show us on Patreon and on the podcast. Joe tweeted, "Well, there you have it," an hour after the video became popular on social media. I'll let you all make your own judgments based on that tweet. Now, if you're a Melyssa Ford fan, you'll probably say, well, this is what happens when you guys treat somebody like that. She never gets her points off because of you guys. Every time, you guys would interrupt her. Furthermore, you guys would constantly band together to attack her. I never received the respect I deserved as a woman from you men. I'm going to call all of you misogynists now that I'm off the podcast. Incredibly fascinating. I believe that Joe Budden and the boys have responded. It goes without saying that no one wants to be perceived as a red pill sexist, especially if you believe it doesn't accurately reflect who you are. Please share your thoughts on Mel's sneaky criticism of the males on her podcast in the comments section below. Please subscribe to my channel if you enjoy this video. Manna, I'll see you guys later.